Ladies and gents, welcome to Suji Reaction, and this is 10 most offensive jokes by the channel The Liberal Conservative. Okay, so yeah, let me guess who's gonna be in this one. Bill Burr's going to be there, obviously. Ricky Gervais, obviously this guy. How the hell did have Jimmy Carr? Probably, yeah, there you go. What else? Who else is gonna be here? Louis C.K. probably be here. Offensive jokes, I mean, yeah, I think that's it. I don't know any more people, but yeah, these people definitely be here. Let's watch this one. And remember, people, if you like my reaction, don't forget to like and subscribe. So I know which type of videos to react to more, comedy or history or whatever. So yeah, and check out other reaction. There's a link in the description. Check out Carr for all the playlists. So yeah, let's watch this one.
They say there's safety in numbers. Yeah? Tell that to 6 million Jews.
Hello, Holocaust.
I did a big charity gig last year for...
Well, technically, there is safety in numbers, obviously, but opposing party has to have less number than you. Then there is safety in numbers. Hitler had much more numbers than Jews, I think. Well, where it matters anyway. You can, military power. Hitler had much more than that.
Autism. And like most people, my only experience of autism until recently was Dustin Hoffman's brilliant portrayal in Rain Man. But I've just got this new house in London, and the neighbours were coming round and going, oh, yeah, hi, poking their noses in, basically. But I thought, I'd be nice to them for now. When I get a big gate, they can fuck off. One couple, they've got an autistic son. And the mother was talking to me and said, oh, this is Douglas, he's 17, and he never goes out because he hasn't got any friends. So I thought, right, okay, this is where I can show him that, I'm a rich, handsome man off the telly, but I've also got a heart of gold. And I said, oh, I'll take him out. I went, really? I went, yeah. So I went back on the Saturday, true, and she said, oh, he loves the zoo. And the zoo's only about a mile from my new house in Hampstead I live. And so I'm walking along the street with Douglas, okay, and he doesn't take his eyes off his mum all the way along the street like that. And his mum's in the doorway, and she's waving to him, and she's crying, right? Eventually she shuts the door and she goes indoors. I hailed a cab and said, right, take us to the casino. So...
Classic Ricky.
You've got to make it work for you, haven't you? So
because obviously we all know all autistic people are so great with numbers and counting numbers, yeah.
I signed him in. He had a little suit on and everything. I thought, this is going to be brilliant, okay? I went straight to the blackjack table. That's their best one. I don't know why. They're brilliant at that.
You can make more there.
I went, okay, Dougie, you know the score. Bet 2 for good and 1 for bad. Do you understand? He went, yeah. I went, hoo. So I was betting. I was about £1,000 down in half an hour. And I went, sorry, hold on. Douglas, do that thing, count the cards, do that thing. Tell me when there's a good card coming, tell me bet 2 for good. Do you understand? He went, yeah. So I was another £1,000 down. I thought, what sort of an autistic... So I was confused. I threw some toothpicks on the carpet. I said, how many? He went, I don't know. I said, there's 7. I can see there's 7 from here.
All autistic people are great with numbers, obviously. But they're counting number things. I mean, and the casino sees or thinks that somebody's counting cards and they throw them out. But if somebody's just, really good not counting cards and his just luck is good and he's just constantly winning, the house would still go like you're counting cards and throw them out. I mean, they don't need physical proof or any proof like that. They could just say, you're winning way too much, so you must be counting cards. That's just fucked up, isn't it?
Oh. Wow. Why did I get that one?
Get that one.
So I took him back home and I said to the mother, there's been a mistake.
Mine can be defective.
But he's got none of that clever shit.
In Greenford. I live at home with my mum.
It is not surprising to see Ricky Gervais is really offensive in lots of places. That's his thing. He just smiles and says offensive shit like that. It's awesome. I've seen lots of his clips and they're just awesome like that.
Still, thank you for that judgmental silence. No, I like to get out of the way from the top, because I've come to realize that, some people do have a bit of an issue with the fact that I still live at home with my mum. I did a gig not too long ago where I got booed off stage for saying I live at home, right? I walked out, I went, hey guys, how you doing? My name's Nathan Caton. I'll tell you a bit about myself. I still live at home with my family. And as soon as I said it, the whole audience went, boo, boo. I said, all right, man, chill out. Gosh, it's the last time I do a charity gig for an orphanage.
What the fuck? That was awesome.
Jealous because my family kept me pissed off.
I'm imagining scenario in my head where he went to orphanage and said just first sentence came out and like, you know, I'll still live with my family, still with my mother.
Sodom. Who are they going to cry to?
If only Africa had more mosquito nets, then every year we could save millions of mosquitoes from dying needlessly of AIDS.
Oh, what the fuck? You know, Jimmy Carr, right? That's his name. You know, lots of people have offensive jokes, but it's subtle. You know, it's a smooth delivery. His jokes are always just hard with a hard landing. Just say it like that. It's more of a shock than, you know, then funny part comes first. Like, what the fuck? And then funny part comes. That's awesome. He just directly goes it.
What happened is your Whoopi Goldbergs of this world, when the
There you go.
accusations first
Jimmy
came
Jim.
out, they were all like, oh, I don't know if I believe all these women. They're just trying to ruin his legacy or some bullshit like that. Because all these rapes happened in the 70s and the 80s. And they said, what took these women so long to come forward? It's a good question. I think it's because, as rapes go, they weren't the worst rapes now, were they? He never held them down and fucking raped them. He used to drug them and finger them a bit.
How did they know?
I've had worse Christmases with uncles.
Yeah, okay, Bill Cosby did that, but how do they know he didn't, you know, had sex with them, just did the finger thing? How do they know? They were, you know, they were unconscious.
Have you ever heard about the people living underneath the subway?
Yeah, mole people.
Yeah, in New York, there's people in the
There's a whole community.
Yeah, well, there's different subway tunnels that the trains don't go down anymore.
Yep.
So a lot of people who are homeless have set up these cardboard cities down there.
That's what they deserve.
And it's pitch black,
What the fuck?
dude. Hey,
Well,
It's not what.
no.
That's what they deserve.
No, they're relentless. They never stop. And there's no reason for them to stop. You know why? Because you can't hit them.
Ah, the women thing.
That's what it is. Think about that. There's no physical ramifications for people.
Look, I'm all for feminists and real feminist movement, not one of those, you know, taking things out of context type of thing, proper feminist women above women's right. I understand all that. But you can't just go around and say, you know, women are equal to men. People, you know, lots of women also argue that you know, women are just as strong as men, which is scientifically false. When something is scientifically false, it's not up to debate, it's not up to discussion, it's just what is. But they're still like, you know, the new evidence came that, you know, Viking women were just as warrior as, you know, the male counterparts during the Viking times. No, it wasn't, man. There is no evidence like that. So, you know, they are like, we are equal, treat us as equal. But then again, it is socially unacceptable to, you know, punch a woman, but you can punch a man too, who cares? I mean, yeah, some things are just, you know, you can't just, I don't know, did Billboard said it or somebody else? I don't know. You can't pick and choose. If you want equality, then all the shitty things that men have, you have to accept that too. It's now your part of life. Somebody could punch you in the face too, if you want proper equality. I mean, there are women I know of, they're, you know, batshit crazy, do really shitty things like, you know, damages a car, scream at people, and, you know, lots of things, and you can't physically do anything, even though they can. I mean, that's just weird, man.
Being an asshole when you're a woman. Do you know how much of a dick I would be if it was socially unacceptable to kick the shit out of me?
Yeah.
Carl, any more? Oh, tell that story that you were telling me about your dad when he was driving.
Well, it's just that you were talking about, well, I mentioned Forrest Gump.
Yeah.
And, the Forrest Gump types. When my dad was when he was a taxi driver.
Yeah.
You used to have to, sort of do your bit for the local area.
Oh, God.
By taking the Forrest Gump people to Blackpool.
Yeah.
Is that what they're called now, the Forrest Gump people?
Yeah.
Is that what the organisations that support them ask for them to be referred to
a
as?
minibus with
Exactly.
life is a box of chocolates.
exactly.
.com.
Well,
Forrest Gump types.
It must be, so you work with these people?
It was, yeah.
The people with learning difficulties.
And they used to get 5
Coming home must have been a busman's holiday.
So he got 5 of them in the cab.
Yeah.
And he had to go to Blackpool, and 4 of them were really good, you know, behaving themselves, didn't mess about, weren't fighting and stuff, but there was one who was just causing loads of trouble and he couldn't control him.
Oh,
and what you've got to be able to do with people like that, you don't want them to get stressed out because it's not good for them. It stresses them out, and you could end up with a bit
Thanks, Dr. Carl.
you could end up with a bit of a riot on your hands. So he thought, I'll nip this one in the bud right now, and he pulled up just on the outskirts of Blackpool, and he took the one out that was causing problems.
Eat?
And put it in a wheelie bin.
Oh, no. Oh, I'm sorry. I apologise.
He did what?
No, where that
He did it for the good of the others. He put it in a wheelie bin. He was having a good time. He thought it was one of the rides.
Can you stop saying it?
Him.
Yeah.
He you know, he was having a good time, and once he calmed down, my dad went back and picked him up, and he was fine. He had a good
What,
day.
he left him in there the whole time the others were in Blackpool?
No, he left him there, not the whole day, probably about an hour and a half.
In a wheelie bin?
In a wheelie bin.
Why couldn't he get out?
Because, like, his arms were trapped on the thing. So there was one...
What, he tied him up?
No, do you know, like, when...
He's saying
he was a big fella, and, like, he managed to get him in so his arms were down the side like that, so he was a bit trapped.
Wasn't
And
he screaming and crying and stuff?
He was making a bit of noise, but... do you know what I mean?
What, you feel served him right?
Well, but anyway, I didn't really want to talk about it. He just brought it up because of Forrest Gump.
Did his, family know about this? Is this the first time they'd have heard about this?
He didn't get asked to do it again.
Hi. Have you always...
So yeah, that was the 10 most offensive jokes. Yeah, there was some good one. I forgot Jim Jeffries, but yeah, he's there too. You know, I'm pretty sure Jim Jeffries has even more offensive clips that wasn't here. I'm pretty sure there is one. So yeah, this was great, especially that you know, the orphanage thing. That was just like, I didn't see that coming, so that was surprising. Who's that comedian, man? Alright people, if you like my reaction, don't forget to like and subscribe. Check out other Sunday. There's a link in the description. Check out the cards for all the playlists. Check out the end cards, and yeah, I'll see you next time.